1,700 of you have said, wait, what is today's special value? Well, I'll tell you what it is. Not only is it here since 1925, and you've loved it, made in France. It's also my wife's favorite brand. And I gave her, a couple of years ago, the Dutch oven. She loves it. You love it. Millions of you love it, but this has never been done before because this braiser, and we're seeing it right here, is one of two vessels, and this is the lid. But the lid is what? Yeah, it's a grill pan. So all done by Le Creuset, made for QVC. Nowhere else. Oh, I'm sorry, there is one other place at Le Creuset for $400. And the way we get there is because these grill pans alone are over $200 from Le Creuset, $200 for the braiser. We've got it now at a price you can't get anywhere else with reduced shipping, 5 easy payments, and only order of the year. And we're already, before a lot of people have had lunch today, into some limited quantities. This is the iconic box. This is an opportunity for you to call us at 1-800-395-1601. Over the next hour, why do you love this brand? And are you picking this up as an incredible gift because you know the person who's collecting it, who's receiving it, doesn't have it yet? Been 6 months in the making. Here come the colors with no advance orders. This is it. This is only here at QVC. It was made for the QVC viewer, made for you in an entire collection on QVC.com. It's called Mauve Pink. Now, last time we did Mauve Pink, when we debuted this collection, our today's special value choice sold out at midnight. There are 700 remaining. To put that into perspective, over 5,600 have been picked up since midnight. This is the braiser. This is that 3.5 quart. This is that grill that becomes the lid, only for 700 people. This is meringue. It's really pretty. It's off-white. It's beautiful. You can pick it up right now. Next most popular. This is called sea salt. This may not make it in the kitchen with David if you're in the mood for it right here and right now. From the cart to checking it out, this is the oyster. This is that gradient color, that amazing enameling process that has been done since 1925. This is Le Creuset all the way. This is a matte finish. It's called licorice. This is the black choice. Now, fewer than 800 to go around for the entire year in that black licorice. Next to that, the green choice. It's called artichoke. Really seeing that ombre, that gradient effect in that artichoke, not artichoke, but artichoke. This is the blue. It's called Marseille. If you're using the app, if you're on QVC.com right now, they'll help you out with colors. Not sure what all the names are. Help you out with colors on QVC.com or call the number. This is how it started. It's called Flame. It's available, but this is another limited color. So 900. So in the pink mauve, that licorice, and that flame, 700, 800, 900. This is the cerise. It's the red. Cerise is French for cherry. The gradient is there. It's beautiful, and I just want to show you the whole shoot and match of what you are getting. This is our little Le Creuset holder. This is it. This is 2 pieces, 2 surfaces, 2 cooking vessels, 3.5 quart. This becomes a locking lid that locks on top. Boom, secures lid, airtight lid. So now all that braising can be done, and then when you want to, you use this every other day. And now this becomes your amazing grill pan. Nate Collier's our guest. Cerise, Flame, Marseille, artichoke, licorice, oyster, sea salt, meringue, and that mauve pink. Those are the colors. This is 5 easy payments of 53 and change, not 400, but now a lot less. What do you have here, sir?
So this is the braiser silhouette. It's our second most popular silhouette behind our Dutch oven. But what we did is we took this lid and we took the knob off to make it flat so it can flip over and work on a stovetop as a grill pan. But what is a braiser? Why is it so popular? I'll tell you why it's so popular. Braised comfort food, tender, thick, rich.
What is braising?
Braising.
Open up our testimonial line.
Searing meat, developing flavor, deglazing with some wine or stock to have a nice thick sauce. We're not creating a stew here. We are creating these beautiful chicken cacciatore chicken thighs.
Whoa,
right there.
Chicken cacciatore.
Look at how beautiful this is.
And so while you're seeing the chicken, and I taste the chicken, you're seeing a wider cooking surface.
Yes, wider cooking surface. That's where we brown the bottom. That's where we develop the flavor without overcrowding. That is what the braiser is different from the Dutch oven because it's wider on the bottom. Shallow sloped sides, and what that does is make for easy serving, easy buffet.
By the way, that bone just comes
right out. You don't need anything else. You can eat that with a spoon. It's so amazingly tender. And it's tender because what we say up here, it locks in moisture. The lid not only functioning as a grill pan, but it still works as a cast iron lid to lock in the moisture, and that's what you need for braising to get that. And I'm going to show you how to do it.
All those tomato flavors are in every single bite of this.
See how
Guys,
tender
that's
this
braising
is?
at its finest. That's Le Creuset braising. One of about a million things you can do. It can grill, it can braise, it can bake. It does a lot, and nowhere else is it done. So you guys made this for us.
We
so
did.
Instead of the lid for like $300 normally you offer, you turned it into now this grill pan. And the grill pan is also the lid. It's kind of a brilliant idea.
It's a great idea. And the other thing that I really like about it, Rick, you can see the pork chops going here. We see some other things. I'm going to grab this because this, in addition to, if you want to grab that lid for me and flip it over.
Yes.
In addition to having the same heat retention of all of our cast iron products to develop that amazing flavor, you're getting both the satin black enamel and the smooth sand interior enamel in one vessel. We do not offer that in one vessel very often at all.
By the way, this is not a little non-stick spray coating that comes off.
No.
No, no, and no.
And it's not raw cast iron. It's fully coated in enamel, as you can see here on the graphic. The smooth sand interior enamel for easy release and versatility. It's what you know in our Dutch ovens. The satin black enamel is what you know on our skillets, on our grill pans. It is built for searing, for browning, for grill marks, for open cooking on the stovetop. So you are getting the two enamels that we've been known for almost 100 years in one vessel, which you cannot find in very many other places.
That's almost 400 people shopping right now in the moment. We're going to be approaching 6,000 total in just a little bit, so stay tuned, stay on the line. 3 colors already limited. This is so brand new, and when you do put the lid on, this is not a tweener. Like it fits.
It locks in.
It locks in.
It locks everything in. It heats from the top because it is cast iron, and you can see how the handles nestle together there. One side is a little bit bigger than the other side. That's for easy grabbing, for
I love what you
easy
said
maintenance.
too. When that does lock in, this pan with the lid becomes an oven in and of itself.
It heats from the top because the cast iron holds in the heat. It locks in the moisture, so you get a little flavor jacuzzi going on in there. For things like chicken thighs and short ribs, sure, you take them to the oven to finish them on there. But if you want to finish something on the stove, it is no problem because the cast iron lid will heat it for you.
Chicken cacciatore, done. That short ribs, last show, best short ribs I've ever had in my life.
He did say that, and that's not something you hear very often.
I mean, it's amazing. So, opportunity knock. If you want to use it just as a grill on a Tuesday, do some chops, do some steaks, come on in. You can do it. But this is a great gift to give. They don't have it. Making its debut, only order of the year, no advance order, super advance order. Price goes away at the end of the day. Serve it in your cart. 11 o'clock is your time to get your color because we're down to fewer than 800 in that mauve pink, fewer than 800 in that licorice, which is the black color, fewer than 800 in that flame, which is the orange. All here, all now. Get your color and call us if you're a fan. 1-800-395-1601. You know what? I just want let's just give people specs on this. Like how. The capacity is 3.5 quarts.
3.5 quarts.
Which is huge.
It's huge. It's a Goldilocks size. I love it because it's enough to make chicken cacciatore for 4 to 6 people, no problem.
A foot side to side,
You can make a quick chili or stew in it, no problem.
12 inches if you're storing it, about a couple inches more, about 14.5 inches with the handles on it, right?
Exactly right.
It's low, it's sloped with a big capacity, so it's wide, easy to grab onto as well, two handles.
And easy to serve from. This is why I love it for the holidays, because you can set it on the table. It will keep your food hot because it's cast iron, but it's also easy to get in to serve. And so here's the sand enamel here on the Braiser base for those chicken thighs that will turn into this chicken cacciatore here. Heat retention of cast iron browns the chicken, browns the onions and peppers. That develops a flavor because cast iron holds onto that heat to develop the brown flavor. And then the sand enamel is going to release all of that flavor on the bottom. When you come in with some wine or some stock, it's called deglazing, and you can see already the wine is bubbling because of the heat retention of cast iron. And you see how all that stuff now is coming off the bottom of the sand enamel? That's flavor. That's going into your sauce. That's why those short ribs you said were the best you've ever had.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take credit for that. The cast iron's going to take credit for developing that flavor, and the enamel's going to take credit for releasing it back into your sauce.
We're going to go to France in a little bit, show you how the coating's done, show you how it's made in a little bit. But come on in, and that's only 1/2 of what you're getting for this $400 retail value. Give us a call if you're a fan of Le Creuset, but this is the other half.
This is the other half. So it does function as a grill pan, but if you come in here, you can see it has the same precision milled lip rim that all of our other cast iron lids have here. So it's not just a skillet that we're flipping upside down. It is built to lock moisture in. When this goes on top to work as a lid, you can see it locks in. It's going to create a little jacuzzi of steam and flavor in there and rain all the moisture back down.
You make that turn around?
I did. I just did. I'm going to take this to the oven because this is one thing that we will cook low and slow in the oven. You can do it on the stovetop, and then I'm going to come back and finish the pork chops right here.
You do
on
that.
The
You
stovetop.
take that over, and I'll show you the colors of what's going on. So we're 10 minutes into this hour. This is 30 minutes for you to make a choice here, not 25 minutes for you to make a choice. 500 people are doing it. Comes box, enameled cast iron. Beautifully done. Only here at QVC can you do this. It is that 3.5 quart in the Braiser, right? But then there's that grill pan as well that works as your lid. So if it's in your cart, check it out. This is the mauve pink. Nate, 600 remaining. That's it. So this mauve pink probably not going to make In the Kitchen with David at noon. Tell me about the backstory of this mauve pink.
Brand new, developed just for QVC when we launch it with our September TSV. The only other place you'll find it is at creuset.com. We found those soft pinks and purples to be really, really popular colors. So this is like a combination of both. It's like a purpley pink together, best of both worlds.
This is the meringue. Meringue is that off-white. This is the sea salt if you're looking for it. If it's in your cart, go for it. This is the oyster, which is that beautiful gradient combination of grays and light grays and deeper grays. The licorice is a matte black. About 700 remaining in that licorice, and we take it away. It's off the set for the year. This is the artist show. This is the green choice. Blue is Marseille. Flame is how it all started. That's your orange on QVC.com. And this is the cerise. There's the grill, there's the cerise, and there is that red. All right, I'm gonna eat some food, and I'm gonna let you know that the short ribs are off the charts. The chicken cacciatore is fantastic, but we just talked pretty for a second. So let's find out how that pretty happens. Let's go and take a little trip and show you how this is done, shall we?
Let's take a look here. I think what we're seeing here is the enamel graphic getting sprayed on. That's a skillet shape right there, but it's the same process as this grill pan lid. You're gonna get a base coat, so every single square inch of our cast iron is coated. Even the lips and the rims that you see are coated in the ground coat. Then the exterior enamel coat goes on with multiple coats of colored enamel, and that matte black enamel goes on the inside. So it's not raw cast iron, it is not a non-stick chemical sprayed on coating. This enamel, Rick, what it actually is, it's a glass frit. So it's like a glass powder suspended in a liquid, sprayed onto the cast iron, and then it goes into an oven and melts the glass to the cast iron.
So that's the process.
That's the process.
Now let's get into
that's
the food.
why it tastes so good.
Why does this taste so, why is that tomato sauce infused with the most moist chicken
It's
ever
the
in
heat
the history
retention of
chicken?
cast iron. So let's come take a look at these pork chops here on the grill pan. The same
Food, man.
heat retention that is making these grill marks on these pork chops. The fat is rendering and turning deliciously crispy on there, so it's flavor, it's texture.
Yeah.
The reason it does that is the heat retention of cast iron. Nothing holds on to heat like cast iron. So when these pork chops go down, when those chicken thighs go down, they're gonna sear and develop that flavor because the pan will not cool off.
So for steaks, what's that called? That process of that searing?
It's called the Maillard reaction.
So I get the Maillard reaction.
Look at that.
And I get the braising story.
Yes.
You get it all. You get the greatest hits of food here.
You really
in
do.
one dish. I mean, this is really a great idea. Thank you to Le Creuset and Team QVC for putting this together. Because that grill pan, again, you've offered the grill pan in the past at retail for over $200.
Oh, easily over.
And I just want to show that the Braiser is usually over $200, right?
Oh, well over, over 300, yeah.
The classic Braiser with the lid, which is over $200.
Which has a knob, so of course you can't flip it over to use it for anything else but just the lid.
Right, which is great. So now we took both of those greatest hits, put them together, and now made the lid a grill pan. We did. Notice how I said we did? I had nothing to do with it. Then it's a great idea. And how are they going to work together now?
So what we did before with the chicken cacciatore, we used it like that traditional Braiser shape, just like it's here with the lid locking into the base to create that little oven inside. Now we're coming over here and using the same vessel separately, but for the same dish. This is more of a weeknight meal, right? You got your pork chops, you got your steaks, you got your salmon fillets, grilling to beautiful grill marks. Your friends are gonna come over and think you're a professional with this delicious flavor. But here's why I love it for the winter, Rick. You don't have to go outside and fumble with your grill and turn it on. You're making 2 steaks at night and you want that flavor. Cast iron's gonna give it to you and you don't have to go outside. And then we're gonna build a sauce right here. So a little bit of fruit, you could use potatoes, you could use mushrooms.
So from the Maillard reaction to the grilling to now you're making this sauce with those wonderful.
And you can see it's already simmering in here. That's the
that a
heat
pear in
retention.
there?
There's pears, apples, cranberries.
heavens.
We could do potatoes and shallots in here. You see, nothing now is sticking to the bottom of that. We got
Look at
all
that.
of
By the way,
everything
that
off the
smells
bottom.
amazing. What do you got in there?
Just a little white wine. We'll go. We
Jeez,
can